God bless her. Yeah. I wanted to say, Bill, the kid's dad, Bill, and I were going steady in high school, and like most of us, we were having sex. And Joanne and Joel had just recently, I think you just bought that house on Valiant, right?
That Jerry there that night? No.
I don't recall, but
Okay.
I don't know what night.
Joe, didn't you guys like just move in kind of? Or?
Yeah, it was new.
Okay, well, I was supposed to have gone to a Tri-High Y meeting, high school, and of course I didn't go. Mom and Dad went over to Joanne and Joel's to dinner probably, and Bill came over. We were in bed.
Dad?
Wow.
Yeah.
We were in bed.
Cut.
No.
We were in bed, and you know you're so young and right, you're in bed.
No, we'll just go with that.
All of a sudden I hear Dad and Joel talking.
Okay.
We hop out of bed. I run to the bathroom. I wanted to crawl in a hole in the ground. I thought, dear God, what do I do? And I thought, I can't stay in the bathroom. I have to come out of here.
Well, what was Bill doing? Did he get out of bed?
He said, right as Dad opened the door, he was zipping up his pants.
Oh.
And Dad just stared at him and he said, I love her, Mr. Hutton.
Oh.
And I'm so stupid. I walk out of the bathroom and
Hi, Dad.
Dad and Joel are like this. And I go, hi, Dad. And Bill goes, they know. I go, no, what? How naive. And I go, and he goes, they know. And I just kept saying, what? And I thought, okay. So Dad said, yeah, how did I get back to your
Well,
house?
he took you
Dad
over
or
to
Bill?
our house. Well, they both came back, right? 'Cause
I think Bill dropped me off at your house.
Oh, he did?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, she came over and we went to the bathroom and she was crying and I was just talking to
Who
her.
got to talk with me in the bathroom?
Me?
You?
Yeah.
And then somebody else. There were two people.
In that little bathroom?
Well, I know it was.
No,
I was in Eureka, so it couldn't have been me.
Not in the bathroom.
You were
the
once,
living
and
room.
somebody else came in, trying to talk sense into a 16-year-old
Yeah.
who, you know, feels her in love and all this.
Oh, and then there's the infamous when Bill drove into the garage.
Oh, I love that.
Oh
I
my
just came
God.
across that picture yesterday.
Oh gosh.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'd like,
Oh, yeah.
will you take a picture of it for me? Do you have still the newspaper clipping?
No,
Or-
no.
So
Okay.
Mary, you
yes,
told
I
a
did.
story on.
Actually.
I don't know
wish
how
I
That's
noticed
the
that.
picture I have.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Where
That
were
was-
they? Or his friend Eric?
Bill and I were married, living on that little fourplex on, I think it was California. wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes,
California.
it was, yeah.
And
Still there too?
Eric Kemper, our very good friend, was leaving the next morning for Vietnam. And so they, you know, went out the night before, got lottoed. We had this, it was getting close to the 10. So we had this ridiculously ugly metal flake, gargantuous, I think it was a Pontiac, I don't know what it was.
Impala or something.
Impala
Oh,
car.
it's big.
And anyway, I knew that they were out, you know, partying because he was leaving the next day for Vietnam. Billy was a baby. Jamie wasn't even around then, and it was around, I don't know, midnight or whatever time it was.
It was about 1 in the morning.
Was it 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I opened the door. They're pounding on the door. They're both
They ran.
completely out of breath. They ran all the way from
Barefoot too.
Mom and Dad's house.
Barefoot.
Barefoot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Their shoes were.
God.
I remember
And I go,
feet
what's
walked
going
out.
on? I'm asleep. Your dad's house. What? We were in the car then. I remember my brain was like, what? We were in the
Yeah.
car in your mom and dad's garage. I said, what do you say?
Yeah, when you try, yeah, exactly.
And anyway, okay, of all the houses in the neighborhood, they were, if you saw that this hill comes down and mom and dad's house, you see it on the corner lot. They went straight through the brick flower bed,
Station. Yeah,
Over the lawn.
over the lawn, into the flower bed, and into this
through the
glass
windows.
into the
Side of
garage.
the garage.
Total half of the car was inside the garage, and half was out. And on their end of the story was they
We
said
heard
they
this big, huge boom, and we're like, "Oh my God!" You got up, I got up.
You
Mom-
guys
I
were
don't know
all
what
in
I
bed,
heard.
right?
but
We're all
just- I
sound
know what,
asleep.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
it
time was this?
loud.
In the
It
early?
was 1 in the morning.
Oh.
It was 1 or 2.
Two, I think it was like 2.
2, and it was just. I mean, everybody just jumped
Didn't
up.
Dad grab his gun? or
Dad
something?
grabbed his
That was
gun, and
funny.
we're all behind him. We're all just walking. Dad slowly opens the garage door with his
Still
gun in
dust.
his hand.
Well, he put us behind the door so we couldn't see.
Yeah, we couldn't see anything, but all we see him do
Plants.
is Well, would you look
Exactly.
at that?
And we're behind the door, we're like, what?
Yeah,
What is
what?
that?
Well, would you look at that?
I guess
Dust
that's
is
like
still
John-
flying in the
There
air.
were
There's
plants and
bushes
shrubs
and
and
But
bushes.
Bill also had a very unique car.
yeah, yeah.
It
It
had
was,
this huge
metal
metal
flake.
flakes all over
Yeah.
it.
yeah, it was
Never
like a
seen
bling.
anything like it.
No.
So when you're looking at the car, you're going, that's Bill's car.
Yeah, that's what Dad
What
did.
is
Bill
Bill's
Bill's
car?
car.
That's Bill Bill's
Why
car.
did he drive to the side of the
Why would
wall?
he
He
You know, it's just
loved
crazy.
Bill. He
Oh
loved
my
Bill.
gosh, yeah, and you know, of course, Dad was scared. He went to see, is he all
Yeah,
right?
they're
You know,
okay.
and I think he found their shoes or something. Right? You know,
They
he
were
was
so
had their
drunk.
shoes off.
They were so drunk. But and
Yeah.
from there, I honestly don't remember what I did. I don't know.
I was with Bill as a little boy when he tried to cross the American River in the Jeep.
Oh yes.
That was insane.
Yes. He was crazy. They used to call
American River.
Dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty to this day calls him Wild Bill. Everybody called him Wild Bill.
Oh.
He was like Jim. What's your friend that died?
Jim Brewer.
He was a Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was
Well, so what did Dad?
intense.
So what happened? Did Mom and Dad call?
Yeah, they called.
Called Mary Ann?
And Mary said, yeah, they're here, they're okay, you know.
Okay.
And so the Carmichael Tribune, or what was the name of that?
Carmichael Courier.
Courier.
There was a
Carmichael
tour.
Courier.
People were touring.
They came out the next day, it would made the front page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
People kept driving by.
And she still has that
I have that
newspaper.
article.
You still have that article?
Yeah, I do.
So I
Oh.
want to get a
wow.
copy of that.
I'd like
I'd
to
love
get a
to.
copy of that too.
Yes.
I cleaned out my bottom drawer of pictures. It took me 4 hours.
And I think it even said in the article that it was his son-in-law.
Yeah,
right.
I think so. Yeah, 'cause I was reading it. I didn't
What are the
realize
odds?
What are the odds of all the houses?
Yeah.
I know.
That's so
Yeah, that
funny.
was quite a story.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I
Dad
still
used to
remember
call
seeing
him Bill
it.
Bill because his name was Bill Williams.
Bill Williams.
Well, his
Williams.
dad's name was Bill
Bill.
Williams.
Well,
His name is Bill Williams.
Yeah,
I
William
think Billy's
Williams.
is Bill Williams. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's
William
called
Williams.
William.
So it's Bill
Bill.
Bill,
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Bill Bill.
Yeah.
He said, I have one son-in-law with 2 first names and another son-in-law with 2 last names.
Yeah, Wilson Farrell.
Wilson Farrell.
Speaking of Wilson Farrell, 7th grade, Mary Ellen Rice and I were sitting in the bed. In
That was
comes
our
this
first date.
Madman with your plastic baseball bat. I mean, beating the heck out of Mary Ellen on my legs.
Chasing
Hard.
Wilson.
Whipping us. We're
Boy.
screaming.
That was our first
It's your
date.
first date.
It was your
and-
first day, and you married him anyway.
What?
Married him
Mary
anyway.
Ann said, don't you ever go out with him again. I said, don't worry, I'm
She goes,
not.
don't worry. I won't."
Well, we went to, our first date, he took me to Bear Ass Lagoon to a
Where's
party.
that?
To what? It was Bear Ass Lagoon, it was Never called. heard It of was it. down underneath Watt Avenue Bridge on the water.
kids party.
Where the kids partied. There were no houses there then.
Was it, they were naked?
No, they just
Well,
named
why
it.
was it called?
Yeah,
They just,
Bear.
the kids named it that.
Oh.
And so Wilson didn't have a car. We went with his friend Dean and my friend Candy. They were
Dean Heffelfinger.
Dean
Oh, that's
Heffelfinger and
right.
Candy Levian and Wilson and I. And so when we got there, there were no snacks or anything. Wilson wanted some food and stuff. So we
Oreo cookies.
went to, he borrowed Dean's car. We went to Whitefront on Arden Way there.
No, wait for it.
And he was pushing the grocery cart and he said, this is how it's going to be when we get married. This was our first date. And I just thought, you know.
You married this guy?
I know.
And he bought the little powdered sugar cookies,
Donuts.
Oreo cookies,
Oh.
you know, Frito chips, all this stuff that he
That
still
he still
likes
eats today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I'll never forget he said that. This is how it's gonna be when we get married. And
For a first date, that's
our
pretty
first
blatant.
date, I know. And then
Yeah.
when they brought me home, Wilson got out and Dean was taking Candy home and then coming back to get Wilson. So Wilson, he walks in and he was just chasing them all around and they're
I mean, he was beating the
screaming.
heck out of me. And then like little black Sam, well, that one time he took me around and around and around and around the damn kitchen, and I had a rug burn so
She had
bad,
a rug
right?
burn.
between
Well, he was
my
dragging
cheeks.
you up and down the hall.
Oh my gosh.
Was
he
chasing
Debbie
Mary Ann
too?
said,
No.
don't ever go out with him again. I said,
thought
don't
his dad
worry,
was
I'm
crazy.
not.
I think we probably were at the Deer Club, because I don't
No,
know.
you guys weren't there.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
We were at the Deer Club.
Yeah.
You were
We were
never
always-
there.
We were always going
Everything
Yeah.
happened when
During
you
the
guys
rainy
was the
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
every weekend.
Yeah, they were going every